Okay, so I've just received this compressor, brand new, and just taken it out of the box, and I still can't find anywhere setting the working pressure. I've switched the compressor on and I've let the tank fill up to its maximum pressure of about 60 psi. Now, according to the manual, I can then set the working pressure by turning the top button clockwise to increase pressure and anti-clockwise to reduce the pressure. And it says in the manual, with the button, with this down, it's locked, which indeed it is locked. However, when I lift the button up and turn it, it just feels as though it's not turning anything. And in fact, if I lift as I can just lift the whole assembly off and push this out, and I assume that it's supposed to be this centre pin that turns. If I push that back on and try and turn it, it just feels as though it's not exerting any pressure on the centre pin at all. So I put that back in. That obviously does lock in place because the teeth on the inside of this mesh with the teeth on the pillar here. So I'm working on the assumption that to adjust the working pressure, I need to be turning that. And this assembly just does not seem to have any effect whatsoever, because I don't believe that pin is turning. That centre piece of plastic just appears to be smooth inside. So I don't see how it can exert any pressure on it, how it can actually grip it such that I can reduce the working pressure, say, down to 20 psi. So that's the problem in a nutshell. And I find it difficult to believe that I've had a second Badger compressor delivered with this fault. But it's either that or I'm missing something very, very obvious in terms of how the operating pressure, which it says can be set by turning the top button clockwise to increase and anti-clockwise. So if I want to bring the working pressure down to, say, 20 psi, I should be somehow turning this. I'll just switch that off because there's obviously a slight leak from the valve because I haven't put any PTFE tape on it. So it's kicked in. So it's working correctly as far as building up the operating pressure is concerned. But I just don't see any way that I can adjust this. This is just spinning on the pin in the middle.
It's got no
so,
grip.
What?
No grip.
So unless I'm missing it and it's actually not this thing at all, but it would seem to be from the exploded diagram. So if somebody could have a look at this and tell me either what I'm doing wrong or confirm that I've got, and I say I find this very difficult to believe, that I've got another faulty compressor, would be much appreciated. Thank you.